What's going on, guys? Welcome to Keepin' It Comic, and we are diving back in to Eddie Brock Carnage, issue number 9. Now, if you recall from the last issue, Eddie had finally met this girl Milena that he's been dreaming about for the last 6 issues, and she instantly left him riddled with bullet holes. Now, as she's pulling her horror story moment, dragging Eddie through the mansion with chains wrapped around him, he's like, "Carnage, I'm too hurt and too weak to break out of this. I can't use your power. You have to heal me." And Carnage is like, "Oh, Eddie, I'm sure I will eventually, but you don't want to see where this goes? I think it's all pretty amusing. You thought you was putting one over me, bringing us to this Milena woman instead of a serial killer. Looks like she's a killer after all, Eddie." And Eddie's still begging, but Carnage is like, "No, you lied to me, Eddie Brock. Now, you can lie there too." And I actually really love this between these two because it gives me this Venom Peter Parker vibe back when Peter wanted to do the right thing if Venom wanted to just be a tyrant. But Milena's like, "Why'd you have to be so damn bulky? I should have cut your arms off." And he's like, "Carnage, did you hear that?" And he goes, "Of course I did, Eddie. And I think this increasingly fascinating woman is right. You do need to lighten up." And you can see the blood trail as she's dragging him down into the basement. She's like, "Down we go." Yo, I don't understand how they're so brutal to each other. It's crazy to me, but hilarious at the same time. And Carnage is like, "What do you think she wants from us, Eddie? What do you think she's going to do?" And she stops in front of this makeshift device and says, "There we go. Hard part's over. Oh, don't be a baby. This is for your own good. This is a place of healing." And he's like, "Carnage, you've had your fun, but this is about to get very bad." And you can see she has some sort of injection she's about to give Eddie. And Carnage is like, I'm tempted to let this play out." And she says, "For the pain." And she injects Eddie right in the neck. And Carnage continues, "After all, the deal was if a killer bested you, I could take them and upgrade my hosts. She could fit the bill. But you're probably right. Go for it, big boy." And he heals Eddie enough that he can start using Carnage's powers. But Milena is already out of the trap's door and slams it shut. And then she says, "My, you're a nasty one, aren't you?" And Carnage says, "You have no idea, Milena. Now let me out of here before." And she whips out a remote, and all of a sudden this loud noise comes from a speaker. And you can tell, Carnage does not like this. I doubt they're playing his favorite song, which, by the way, is probably Bodies by Drowning Pool. But anyway, she explains, "I've got sonics built into that cell. You probably figured that out by now. I've also got fire, electricity, acid. You're in a kill box, Eddie Brock, designed to end symbiotes and their host along with them. The only way you get out of there is if I decide you should. So, tell me why I should." And Eddie's like, "It's like I told you. I was the King in Black." And she's like, "You're acting like I should know who that is." And he says, "You said you had a symbiote once, too. The King in Black is the center of the whole symbiote web. Every symbiote everywhere is connected to the King. It can see everything they see, experience everything they do. It can be anywhere in the universe at any time. Anywhere there's a symbiote." She's like, "That was you?" And he goes, "For a while, not anymore." And we get this cool shot of him connected to every symbiote. He goes, "I got lost in it sometimes. A lot of the time. All those lives, hosts, experiences, I loved it. I had to go deep and wouldn't come out for a while." She says, "You got hooked." He said, "Yeah, I got hooked. But lately, things have been complicated for me. I think my subconscious is pulling up memories from my time as the King in Black to help. It's showing me things. It showed me you. I must have seen your symbiote while I was the King in Black, connected with you for a moment, but only that moment, because something was changing for you. The connection was fading, both for me as the King and between you and your symbiote. It was dying. I was with you when it happened. I know what you did, Milena. You found a way to purge your symbiote, to get rid of it forever. I felt it go, but I know the two of you had a deep bond, the kind that kills the host if it stops. That's the kind I have too. Please, Milena. That's why I'm here. I need to know how you did it. Carnage is like, oh, you bastard. When I get my strength back, you will suffer, Eddie Brock. Milena's like, sure looks like you tried to kill me a minute ago. Eddie's like, you tried to kill me first. She says, I knew you wouldn't die. You have a symbiote. Takes more than a few bullets to kill one. That was just to calm you down. And he says, but you stuck me in this, what do you say, kill box? She responds, better safe than sorry. Symbiotes eat brains. What's your symbiote's name? What does it call itself? And he says, it's Carnage. She says, well, that tells me about all I need to know, but... And he interrupts her. Yeah, it's a killer. It only cares about death. I knew that, but I bonded with it to try to control it, to slow down the killing. And Carnage says, keep telling yourself that. Also, you're a dead man, Eddie Brock. She says, seems to me like I should just kill you both. Carnage says, this is a pathetic way of all ways to go. Eddie says, you can kill me if you want to, Milena. I'm sure I deserve it for one thing or another, but I didn't come here to die. I know what it means to be a good man. Good men walk in the light. Most of the time, I'm in the dark, walking towards that light. I can see it, out there on the horizon. But my life, the things that have happened to me, it makes it hard to get there. That's because I'm dragging all this weight. You wouldn't believe the things I've been involved with. It hasn't been all bad either. I've done a lot of good, I have. But that's not what people remember. It's not even really what I remember. It's always the bad, the mistakes, the weight. You can't really reduce it. It all happened, right? All you can do is keep going, one step at a time. Try to get to the light. But now, I've got this thing in me. It's heavier than the rest. It doesn't just want to hold me back. It wants to drag me down, away from the light, into the dark. I have to get free. And she says, freedom? That's what my symbiote meant to me. From the moment I first felt that strength pouring through me after the bond, I no longer had any boundaries. More importantly, no rules. I could do anything. I didn't need to worry about any of the things most people do. Earning money, other people's opinions, things they might want from me. Food, shelter, even getting hurt didn't matter. Things other people had to care about, I didn't. I wasn't really part of humanity anymore. I was a host. That bond was everything to me. Freedom and power and joy. I loved it. That love replaced all my old loves, my husband, my children. I didn't let myself think about what I'd done or even how I was actually living. I convinced myself I was lucky that the people I'd left behind would be happy for me. Our capacity to deceive ourselves is truly breathtaking. That was a lie. This was the truth. My soul was dying. You can't hurt people you love that much and not hurt yourself too. I pretended I couldn't feel it, but my symbiote knew the truth. I was hiding from myself. She loved me just as much as I loved her. And so, she decided to save me. She gave me a gift, a serum using chemicals found in common plants. It's not even that difficult to make. It ends the bond. But that's not all. It makes the human's body unpalatable for the cleanser. Even if I found another symbiote, I wouldn't be able to bond with it. What I didn't know, what she didn't tell me, is that using the serum while you're bonded kills the symbiote. She ended her life to return mine to me. Not all symbiotes are the same. Yours brings carnage. Mine always gave me freedom. I tried to go home. It didn't work. The hurt was too great. My family wanted nothing to do with me. I understand that. Sometimes it's too late, but I wanted to use my life for something good. I decided to make the Green Phoenix a home where people could come if they needed help, recovery, change, if they're carrying too much weight. Eddie says, you really have a way to do it? Can you make more of that serum? How long does it take to work? Carnage is weak right now. This might be our only chance. Can we do it? Please, Milena. You said you wanted to help. You have to give me that serum. She's like, oh, honey, what do you think I injected you with? He's like, what? She says, now, that was just the first infusion. It needs a second dose to fully take and become permanent. But I've got it ready, and I think I've heard enough about your situation. You're sincere in your desire to change. For recovery. Carnage says, Eddie, please, don't let her do this to us. And I love how big this image of Eddie is, and Carnage feels so little right now because honestly, he's helpless. And it continues. What did I ever do to you? I only tried to help you, to make you feel good, strong, to give you what you wanted. Please, Eddie, we're in this together. And she says, I see that your symbiote healed you up a bit from my aggressive welcome. That's good, but you still might need a little time before the second injection. That one could be a bit more violent. I'll keep you down here for now, but we'll get those chains off of you, and you can rest for a while. You can stay as long as you want, Eddie Brock. Your new life has begun, my friend. The rest is up to... And someone rings the bell. She says, that's odd. Someone's out front. But I don't have any patients scheduled for today. Maybe a delivery? I'll be right back. You can see the blood trail still there. She's like, oh, right. Really need to clean this up. Be right with you. And she has the shotgun right there. She goes, sorry about the wait. How can I help? And she's interrupted. Hello, might I speak to Eddie Brock? And it is friggin' Muse. He has finally caught up with Eddie Brock. The moment I think all of us have been waiting for this whole series. Because we need this Eddie Carnage Muse situation to finally happen. I'm hoping we get some background on Muse because we knew he was dead at one point. We still have no explanation on how he's come back or these mysterious abilities he now has. You know, his ability to just paint stuff that isn't around him, like he has foresight, his future-wise juggling he has. I need answers to all these powers. My man has become some sort of god, and this turmoil between Eddie Brock and Carnage has reached a limit. I think this might be the point where Carnage is like, look, I've had enough, and I'm about to jump ship, and I'm curious where that leaves Eddie. My question to you guys is, though, do you think Eddie will go through now, taking that second dose? Because that means he'll never get to bond with Venom again. And I honestly can't see him willing to do that. But look, you guys leave your thoughts in the comments because I need to hear from you guys. And hey, if you've been rocking with these breakdowns, make sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and check out keepinitcomic.com. It's the best way to support the channel. Plus, we just dropped some new merch, and we have even more on the way. Don't forget to hype this video using YouTube's new hype feature because it helps push our content to more and more people. And you guys have been doing a fantastic job doing that. So thank you for everything. And as always, thanks for kicking it with Keepin' It Comic. I'll catch y'all on the next one.